Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Peace. Welcome to another video. So, continuing on with reviewing birthday presents and Christmas presents, I received a Thinkware dash cam Q800 Pro for my birthday from my parents. So, Wi-Fi hotspot, 32 gigabyte included, hard wiring kit, parking mode enabled with Geek Squad professional installation. That's pretty cool. Depending on what I find when I open this, I might have them install it and then we can have a follow-up video. But otherwise, I'm just going to open this up and try and do it. So unfortunately, I waited so long. Oh, you know what? This might have been for Christmas. Yeah, because they purchased it on 12/21/21. Yeah, so this might have actually been for Christmas. I don't know. All right. Thinkware dash cam. Do not accept if seal is broken. All right, I will be breaking this seal now. Wow, I'm unprepared. All right, get my little knife. Ta-da! Okay, so the seal is broken. So let's open this up. Okay, so let me adjust this a little. There we go. All right, pretty cool. So the first portion looks to be the camera portion with all of the controls. So that's half the box. And then under here we have what looks like a separator. And then the instruction manual. Whoa, it is very thick. Okay, good. There's just a bazillion different languages in there. Thank goodness. Customer service information. Okay. Thinkware Cloud. Connection service tutorial. You can connect your smartphone and dash cam via Wi-Fi hotspot or cloud to view recorded video footage and manage dash cam settings. Pretty cool. So essentially, I was wondering how that would work. Essentially, what I'm gathering from what I've read so far is that this is connected to Wi-Fi, and when you're in the vicinity of your Wi-Fi, it can be uploaded to a cloud where you can hold your information. And obviously, there's also hard memory sticks. There's like a million pieces of equipment in here. Let's go through what they are and then start on the instruction booklet. So first, it looks like a car adapter. So you plug this into what used to be the cigarette lighters, and you are able to have your device powered to actually record. Next wire looks like some sort of extension. Not 100% sure, but I'm sure the instructions will detail that. Next looks like there's a 3M strip attached to some sort of plastic bracket for holding it in place. And you see that the ridges do align with the actual camera, so that's probably for sticking it somewhere permanently. There's some smaller tabs if you want to do something with that. This is a USB drive, so that's pretty cool. It comes with its own USB drive. Next, some silica gel to make sure that there's no water damage, so that's pretty cool too. Don't eat those. Another 3M strip if you want to move it, I guess. And then, oh, cool, a specific SIM card for this. Wait, no, not SIM card. What am I talking about? Micro SD. Sorry, I'm getting kind of old. Alrighty. So that's everything in there. Nothing really important, just some specs on the outside. Okay, so let's get started with the instruction manual. Thinkware dash cam Q800 Pro. Quick start guide and warranty. All right, so before using the product, this product records videos while the vehicle is operating. Use this product only for reference when investigating incidents or road accidents. This product is not guaranteed to record or process cloud data for all events. The device may not record accidents with impacts that are too minor to activate the impact sensor or accidents with massive impacts that cause the vehicle's battery voltage to deviate. Interesting. I think that's implying that this is not going to constantly record and only record, or it probably depends on the settings. Video recording does not begin until the product is completely turned on, booted up. To ensure that all vehicle events are recorded, wait until the product is completely booted up after turning it on, and then begin operating the vehicle. Thinkware is not responsible for any loss caused by an accident, nor is it responsible for providing any support regarding the outcome of an accident. Depending on the vehicle's configuration or operating conditions, such as the installation of remote door lock devices, ECU settings, or TPMS settings, some product features may not be supported, and different firmware versions may influence the product's performance or features. All right, so then there's some safety information. Concerning warning, I mean, all adults should understand the way things work generally. I see that they're just denoting different things. Make sure you keep it out of reach of children and pets, stuff like that. Other information about the product: don't expose to direct sunlight or intense light. So that's interesting. I assume that you're going to be putting this into your car, but if it's somehow exposed to direct sunlight, that could possibly heat it up and damage it. So that's good to know. Maybe that's why it has a quick type of removal system to remove it every single time you are actually leaving your car, which would be annoying, but if it's a necessary evil to retain the integrity of the product, then that's just something that you have to do. Use the product at a temperature between 14 degrees Fahrenheit and 140 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm in Illinois, and sometimes we get temperatures in the negative 10s and sometimes even 20s. So that is far below 14 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'll definitely have to bring it inside the house or my work building when I'm traveling in those temperatures. But I don't think we're ever going to see 140 degrees Fahrenheit. The product may not function as designed, and some permanent physical damages, blah, 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 not covered by warranty. So do not heat it up and do not freeze it. Frequently check the product for proper installation position. Impact caused by extreme road conditions may alter the position, essentially. Don't apply excessive force when pressing the buttons. I mean, some of this is common sense. Don't use chemical cleaners. Don't disassemble the product. Handle it with care. Don't drop it, of course. Avoid excessive humidity and don't allow any water to enter the product. Power may be constantly supplied to the dash cam even when ignition is turned off. Installation of the device to a continuously powered 12-volt outlet could result in vehicle battery drainage. Okay, so that's something important to note as well. You know what? While I'm reading this, I'm going to show my beautiful face. There we go. Anyway, so basically what they're saying with that comment is that if your battery cable is plugged in, your car may have it such that it's always powered, and that could drain your battery, and then you won't get to start your car, which is unfortunate for you. This device is designed to record video while the vehicle is in operation. The quality of the video may be affected by weather conditions in the road environment, such as whether it is day or night, presence of street lighting, entering/exiting tunnels, and the surrounding temperature. Now, because of slow people out there, they're going to have to put this type of stuff in there, because I'm sure they've gotten burned before, but some of this is common sense. As I'm sure you guys all know, if you've ever read an instruction manual or any safety or warning thingy out there, period. Keep the windshield... Although it's designed to withstand high-impact car collisions, Thinkware does not guarantee the recording of accidents when the device is damaged as a result of the accident. Keep the windshield camera lens clean for optimal video quality. Particles and substances on the camera lens or windshield may reduce the quality of the recorded videos. This device is intended to be used inside the vehicle only. So now there's an FCC statement. Device may not use may not cause harmful interference. The device must accept any interference received, including interference that may cause undesired operation. Reorient the receiving antenna. Okay, so not really much there. All right, so finally we're at the included items at the 10-minute mark. All right, so ensure that all items are included when you open the product box. Front camera, main unit. I believe that is this. So we'll be taking it out of the packaging for you guys shortly. Car charger. I believe that's the second thing I took out right here. Mount. I believe that is this portion that you can see will slide into our camera. And you know what? I don't think I want to leave it in my car anyway. It's probably something that I'll just unplug and remove every single time I'm leaving my car as just this new habit once I get into the flow of things, and just put it in my pocket because I would much... that means I'll have to get a carrying case for it, because this can easily slide out of a pocket and then damage itself because, yeah, like they said in the instructions, don't drop it. But we'll see. We'll see when we get there. Adhesive cable holder. Huh. I wish they had pictures of what I'm trying to see. Oh, that's what these are. These little clips hold the cables in place, which is nice. All right, so I understand that now. All right, next up is USB micro card reader. So that's going to be this tiny USB card, I believe. Micro SD memory card with adapter, consumable. Okay, that's what this is. So the USB micro SD card reader is probably going to be this USB stick. Yeah, I think it is. All right. Next is the quick start guide, which I'm reading right now. And accessories, hardwiring cable, rear camera, external GPS receiver. I don't think I have all that, but I do have this cable that I'm unsure what it is, but we will get to that, I'm sure. All right. Inserting the memory card. Insert the memory card into the memory card slot, paying attention to the direction of the memory card. Then push the memory card into the slot until you hear a click. Before inserting the memory card, ensure that the metal contacts on the memory card are facing towards the buttons of the product. All right, so I will show you this little picture real quick. So that is what I will be doing right now. So now is the time to open up. I'm going to use this little thing as a bookmark. All right, so we're going to open this up, grab it out, smell the nice cancer-causing plastic. Oh, yeah, that smells really good. It smells like a fresh car. I do not recommend sniffing stuff like that. It's probably equivalent to sniffing glue, and you will have brain damage, like me. All right, so we're going to be taking this memory card and putting it inside the top of the camera as it showed earlier. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop this bad boy open. All right, so you have to pop this tab up, and then it opens just like that. All right, so we're going to take our little micro SD card, and we're going to put it into the top. So let's make sure we don't break it. Let's check. All right, so the metal contacts on the memory card are facing towards the button of the product. All right, so we're going to take it and put it in like so. I had one job, I got it backwards. All right, and it just clicks right in. I wish it did. Did I already mess it up? All right. Okay, yeah, I had it right the first time. All right, so you push it in and it clicks in place. All right, cool, so that is in. Next, instructions. Okay, ensure that it's turned off before you remove the memory card, or it could corrupt the stuff. Ensure it's the correct direction before inserting it. Could maybe damage if inserted incorrectly. Use the memory card, blah, 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 blah. Okay, awesome. Next portion. All right, part names. So I'm just gonna briefly show this to you instead of reading it out. Should focus. I think you should see it right there. All right, so you can pause the video if you need to take a look at that. But there's a specific voice recording button that you can see right here. Manual recording button is the center button. Format button is to the right. Wi-Fi button, power button. There's a speaker right there. That's pretty cool. GPS LED, recording LED, Wi-Fi LED, DC power in, the GPS port, and the V in power. Okay. And then the front of the camera is where you have the microphone up at the top, the SD portion, the reset button, front camera, the mount, and then the security LED. That's so cool. All right, so select an installation location that can record the entire view of the front of the vehicle without obstructing the driver's vision. Ensure that the front camera lens is located in the center of the windshield. So essentially, it looks like you can attach this to the back of your rear view windshield. What is the mirror called? The rear view mirror. English. Been here my whole life. Oh, man. Refer to the figures below to install the camera to the windshield. Okay, so you can attach it to the windshield. I think you do attach it to the windshield behind the rear view mirror. Why can't I remember that? All right, so essentially you're going to be taking this portion and affixing it to the back of this. So I can go ahead and open this up. It's very squishy, which is nice. So you'll take this portion right here and you'll put it in there and click it into place. Wow, did I get it backwards? It was a 50-50 shot. No, I did it right the first time. Once again, I did it right the first time and I undid it. All right, so it clicks into place, so that's great. So once this is affixed to your windshield, you should be able to easily like remove it and whatnot. And I wonder if you can change the angle of this camera. I don't think so, but that should be fine. All right. Remove the product from the mount, then push the mount against the windshield to affix firmly. Okay, so you undo it, press it up there, remove your camera, press it firmly to ensure that it's mounted, and it should be there forever. Remove the product from the mount, and reattach the product to the mount, then adjust the camera angle. Okay, so you can adjust the camera angle. I just didn't want to press it too hard and break it. But that's cool to know that you can adjust it. Okay. To confirm the camera angle, record a video after installation and check the video using the mobile viewer or PC viewer. If necessary, adjust the camera angle again. The product may fall and be damaged during vehicle operation if it is not firmly fixed to the mount. If you need to remove the mount from the windshield to alter the installation location, be careful not to damage the windshield's film coat. Okay. Connecting and arranging the power cable. When the engine and electrical accessories are turned off, connect the car charger. Connect the car charger to the product's DC in port and insert into the cigar jack into the vehicle's power socket. Arrange and fix the power cables using the adhesive cable holders. Refer to the figure on the left for the recommended locations for the adhesive cable holders. All right, so in this they have it such that, am I gonna be able to focus in on that? Maybe not. But essentially, it's a small diagram of it attaching to the camera and then wrapping around and then going towards where the cable port is. The hardwiring cable optional must be professionally installed to the vehicle by a trained mechanic. Okay, so I think that's what this wire is for, possibly. This actually hardwires it into your car, which I think makes it like you can't remove it. Irremovable, I think is the word. But so that's why you would call the Geek Squad to install it. But I don't believe that's necessary. And I think what I'm going to do is try to make it such that I install it myself, which will be fine. The authentic Thinkware car charger. Use of third-party power cables may damage the product and result in electrical fire or electrocution due to the voltage difference. Do not cut or modify the power cable yourself. Doing so may damage the product or the vehicle. For safe driving, arrange the cables to prevent driver's vision from being obstructed or interfering with driving. Okay, using the continuous recording features. Connect the power cable to the product's DC input or power port, and then turn on the vehicle's electrical accessories or start the engine. The status LED and the voice guide are turned on, and the continuous recording starts. Mode, continuous recording. During driving, videos are recorded in 1-minute segments and stored in the Cont Rec folder. Okay. Instant continuous recording. When an impact to the vehicle is detected, a video is recorded for 20 seconds, from 10 seconds before the detection to 10 seconds after the detection, and stored in the EVT rec folder. And the light will be flickering at that portion. Recording manually. You can record a scene you want to capture while driving and store it as a separate file. To start manual recording, press the manual recording button. Then manual recording will start with the voice guide. During manual recording, the product operates as follows. Manual recording. When you press the manual recording button, a video will be recorded for 1 minute from 10 seconds before to 50 seconds after pressing the button and stored in the main rec folder. Interesting. So that's cool. So that's how it accounts for all of the data that you're going to be giving. It breaks it up. Upgrading the firmware. You can download the latest firmware from this website. Using a mobile viewer, you can view, manage, record videos, and various product features on your smartphone. One of the environments is required Thinkware Cloud application. So you're going to need iOS 8.0 or higher, or Android 4.4 KitKat or higher. Connecting the product to an Android device, blah, blah, blah. Connecting it to an iOS device, blah, blah, blah. Connecting via a hotspot on your iOS device, open the App Store, download Thinkware Cloud. All right, so I'm going to have to download Thinkware Cloud on this after I'm done with the instructions. Then it goes into the warranty and what the warranty does and does not cover. The actual camera unit and all the accessories in the box is 1 year, but the micro SD card is only 6 months. Okay, limited warranty. And then it goes into this French version. Okay. I'm going to go set this up. After using it, I may do a follow-up video at some point, but that's just an introductory. I haven't used it yet, but so far my initial rating is a 10 out of 10. So I'm really excited to start using this, and I'm going to go set this up. Bye.